Hey, welcome back to another walkthrough. This week we are going to do PowerPoint Chapter 5 walkthrough. Let's go ahead and scroll down and let's find where it says PowerPoint Chapter 5 Grader Project. We'll download our materials. And there's a lot of files that we need today. We're going to download our student file. We're going to download our instructions and each one of these media files here, pictures and an audio file. Once again, do not download this, download all files. It downloads a zip, which makes it a little more difficult to save and submit. All right, let's go ahead and open up our student files. And we will hit Enable Editing. And let's get started. So it wants us to edit the photo album by inserting the pictures that we just downloaded. There is a feature in PowerPoint that allows us to create a slideshow for pictures. And we can come up here to our slideshow. And we can come up here to our Insert tab. Under our Insert tab, we have our images grouping here. And right here is our photo album. If we click the down arrow, we are going to edit photo album. And notice that we already have one picture in here. We want to add in Jazz picture 2 and 3. So let's insert a picture from. Let's click on File Disk. And let's navigate to our Downloads folder where we saved or downloaded all of our files. And here we have Jazz Picture 2 and 3. So you can go ahead and click on Jazz Picture 2, hold down your Control key and select Jazz Picture 3 as well. It should select both of those. Once again, click on Jazz Picture 2, hold down the Control key and select number 3, and it should select both of them. And hit the Insert tab. And now we have all three of our pictures here. And we are done with step number 2. And step number 3, it wants us to change the picture layout to one picture with title. So if we come down here to our album layout, notice how we have picture layout fit to slide. Let's click this down arrow here, and we want to select one picture with title. Then it also says we want to have a frame shape of rounded rectangle. We're going to come here to frame shape where it says rectangle, click the down arrow, and let's select rounded rectangle. And lastly, it wants us to change the theme to slice. Right here where it says themes, click on browse and find the one that says slice. Here it is. Click on it and hit select. And we are now done with step number 3. We can click on the update button. And notice now it will put in our pictures. It does a lot of our formatting for us. If you have this design ideas side pane open up, go ahead and exit out of it and get rid of it. And we're ready to go to step number 4. It says on slide 1, we want to format the font as a standard color red. For the title. So where it says Jazz Music, let's go ahead and click on Jazz Music and then highlight Jazz Music. And we can make our changes right here if you'd like on this little toolbar that pops up. But we're going to go here to the Home tab. And from the Home tab, we are going to change the color, which is this A with the red underline. We're going to click the down arrow. And we're going to find red under standard colors, which is the second one over. And then it wants us to change the font size to 60. We'll come up here to our font size. We'll change this to 60. I'm just going to highlight 48 and type in 60 and hit enter. Notice it changes the size. Now we want to click where it says add a subtitle. Go ahead and click add a subtitle and type in origins and elements. And don't use and the word, use and the symbol. And it also wants us to format the origins and elements to red. So we'll highlight origins and elements. I'm going to use this toolbar right here. You can come up here and use this. Oh, my toolbar disappeared on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and come up here and use this. I'm going to select the font color, and I'm going to select red under standard colors. And I'm going to change the font size to 48. So where it says 21, highlight 21 and type in 48 and hit enter. And we are done with step number 4. Now in step number 5, it wants us to format the background with a picture fill. Insert the downloaded image 05. All right, we're going to come here to our design tab. Let's go ahead and also deselect our subtitle. So let's click up here somewhere in this blank area up here to deselect everything. And now under our design tab, we're going to come over here to our customize group where it says format background. And we'll click on format background. And we are going to do a picture fill. From picture fill, we are going to select file, insert picture from file. And in this particular case, it wants us to select Jazz Picture 4. So this picture right here. And then hit insert. And that's not how we want this picture to look. We're going to do a little bit of editing on this picture. It says set the top offset to -20%. So right here on our sidebar, look where it has offsets. And it wants us to do a top offset of -20. So where it says top offset -79, we're going to highlight that 79 and type in 20. Make sure you have the negative sign here. So make sure if you highlight the whole thing, make sure you put the minus sign and then 20. So we want -20. And now that's a little bit better. That's a better picture of her singing. And we are done with step number 5. And step number 6, it says on slide 2. So let's go ahead and click on our slide 2 from our slide selector over here. It wants us to type origin in the title. So notice how we have a picture right here in our way. We're going to change that in just a bit. So let's change the title. So right here where it says click to, we're going to click here and type in origin. And now it wants us to set the horizontal position of the picture. We're going to click on the picture now. Notice the picture is selected, has the dots going around it. We can go ahead and right click on the picture. And we are going to click on size and position. And size and position is going to bring us to a format picture sidebar here. And notice down here it has position. We're going to hit this down arrow for position. We can change our horizontal position to 5. And we can change our vertical position to 0.5. And it puts our picture up here in the corner a little bit more. And it also wants to set the brightness of this picture to 20%. Now let's go ahead and come over here and we're going to click on this icon right here that says picture. And we're going to click on picture corrections. And we have our brightness right here. Let's change this to 20 and hit enter. And it changes it to 20%. All right, now continuing on slide 2 for step number 7, it says insert a text box to the left of the image. Well, if we want to insert something, we're going to come up here to our insert tab. And from our insert tab, we're going to come over to the text grouping. And here is our text box. Click on text box and notice how our icon has changed. Looks like a little sword. And somewhere to the left of this picture, just click once. And it will put in a text box for us. And let's go ahead and type in late 19th century. Make sure you pay attention to your capitalization. Hit enter. Type in New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, comma, space, Louisiana. Now it wants us to change the font size. We'll go ahead and highlight the font that we just typed in. And I'm going to use my little toolbar right here, and I'm going to change it to 24 for the font size. And it wants us to position the text box horizontally. Well, notice now, if we come over here, I'm going to deselect the text. Go ahead and deselect the text. If we come over here, we have a format shape sidebar because we haven't closed out of this yet. To change our position now, because the text box is selected, this position is going to refer to the text box. So we're going to change our horizontal position to 0.5 and the vertical position to 2. So make sure horizontal picture is 0.5 and make sure the vertical position is 2 and hit enter. And there we are. We're done with this particular slide, and we're going to move to step number 8. It wants us to go to slide number 3, so we're going to click on slide 3 from our slide selector. And on this one, we're going to, where it says click to add title, we're going to click on there and type in musical origins. And now we want to set the horizontal position of the picture. We're going to go ahead and click on the picture. Notice now our side pane that we've left open says Format Picture. We're going to click on our Size and Properties icon right here. And if your position is not expanded, go ahead and expand it. Well, we want to change the horizontal picture to 2. And we want to change the vertical position to 0.5. And hit enter. And it brings our picture right above our text. We want to change the picture color under color tone to temperature 4700. So let's come to our little picture icon right here. And we're going to come down to picture color. And right here it has our temperature. And we're going to change that to 4700. Let's change that to 4700. And it wants us to change the picture effects to soft edges 25 point. To do that, we're going to come up here to our picture tools format tab. And it wants us to do the picture effects under picture styles. We're going to do soft edges. So here it is, soft edges. And we are going to select 25 point, which is this one right here. And notice how it gives us a nice fuzzy background, kind of gives us a nice fuzzy border, and makes it look kind of nice. And we're done with step number 8. On step number 9, it wants us to insert a text box. Well, we've done that before. We're going to come over here to our Insert tab. From the Insert tab, we're going to come over here to our text grouping, where it says text box. Click on text box. Remember, we get that little sword icon, and it says somewhere to the right. So we're just going to click right here to the right, and we're going to type in the following list: work songs, hymns, sorrow songs, and spirituals. So I'm going to do work songs. Pay attention to your case. Once you type in work songs, hit enter. Type in hymns. Hit enter. Sorrow songs. Hit enter. And spirituals. And we are done with step number 9. And in step number 10, it wants us to change the size of the font to 28. We'll go ahead and highlight our text that we just typed in. I'm going to use this quick toolbar that just popped up, and I'm going to change it to font size of 28. And we still have not closed out of our sidebar here. So I'm going to come over here to our format shapes, and I'm going to come down to our position. I'm going to change the text box horizontally at 7. So we're going to change this to 7. And we're going to change it vertically to 2. And hit enter. And there's where our text box needs to be. And we're moving on from step 10 going to step 11. It wants us to go to slide number 4. So we're going to click on slide number 4. And we are going to click on add title. And we're going to type in elements. After we type in elements, we're going to change the position of our picture again. We'll click on the picture. And notice again, it says format picture on our sidebar here. We're going to click on the size and properties icon. And come down to our horizontal position. We are going to change our position to 8.5 for the horizontal, 8.5. And we're going to change our vertical position to a 1.2. And hit enter. It wants us to apply a plus 30 brightness. So we're going to click on our picture icon right here. And what we're going to do right here is from brightness, we're going to change this to 30. So we'll go ahead and type in 30. And it wants us to crop the picture to flowchart. So we'll go ahead and make sure our picture is still selected. We'll come up here to our Picture Tools Format tab and click on Format tab. And over here where it says crop, we're going to click the down arrow next to crop. We're going to crop the shape. And it wants us to crop it to flowchart alternate process. Let's go down to our flowcharts and let's find the one that says alternate process. Flowchart alternate process. Looks like it is the second one. And we'll click on that. Gives us some nice rounded edges. Now we are going to add a picture border. Under theme colors, we're going to select the third column, last row, dark blue, background 2. So up here under picture borders, under our picture styles, click the down arrow, and it wants us to do third column, last row. So third column color, which is dark blue, background 2, and it wants to do the last one, which is darker 50% right here. And it wants us to change the weight to 4.5 points. And come back up here to our picture border where it says weight, and we'll do 4.5 points. And it'll be a nice thick border going around it. And now we're moving on to step number 12. It wants us to add a text box. Well, that's pretty easy. We're going to come to our Insert tab. Under our text grouping, click on Text Box. Notice that when we click on text box, our icon turns into a sword. Go ahead and somewhere to the right here, or to the left. Go ahead and click once. And we are going to type in Blue Notes, Swing, Polyrhythm, and the last one. So let's type in Blue Notes, hit enter. Type in Swing, enter, Polyrhythm. Hit enter, and then syncopation. And once we have all of those typed in, let's highlight them. And using the quick toolbar here, we're going to change the font size to 28. And then come over here to our format shape sidebar. We're going to change our horizontal position to 1.5. And we are going to change our vertical to 2. And we are done with step number 12. On step number 13, it wants us to go back to slide number 1. and we are going to insert our downloaded audio. Let's go to our Insert tab. Under our Insert tab, we're going to come all the way over here to Media, where it says Audio, and we'll click Audio and Audio on my PC. Once again, we should go to the Downloads folder, and there it is, our Jazz Audio. We're going to click on that and hit Insert. And notice now we have our audio, and we have our audio tools up here. So from our audio tools up here, well, first off, we want to position the audio icon. To do that, we're going to come right over here to our format picture. Notice how this picture right here is selected, our icon. And we're going to click on Size and Properties. And from Size and Properties, we'll come down here to our position, change the audio icon to 11 on the horizontal position. And we're going to change it vertically to the 6 position. Hit Enter. And notice how it brings it down here to the bottom. We want to change it to start automatically and hide during show. To do that, we're going to come up here to our audio tools, playback. We're going to click on hide during show. And where it says start, click the down arrow and hit automatically. And we are done with our slideshow. Then we're going to go ahead. You can view it if you'd like. Hit the you can go to the slideshow and you can hit from beginning, and you can actually watch the entire slideshow and see what it looks like. But we are done, so I'm going to hit the File tab and I'm going to save it. I'll exit out of our PowerPoint slide here. We'll come back to downloading starting materials. Hit the X. And I'm going to choose my file. Once again, under the downloads, it's going to be your PowerPoint grader project. Jazz Origins, the one that has your name on it. Hit open and then upload. And we will submit for grading as soon as this says success. And close the assignment. Now, of course, we want to see how well we did. So we'll scroll back down here. PowerPoint Chapter 5, we'll click on the 3 dots and view submissions. And it looks like got 100%. If you got something less, you're more than welcome to click on the submission, scroll down and see what it is that you did wrong. And remember, you can submit this as many times as you want for the best grade possible. Once again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to contact me through Canvas, and have a wonderful day.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel, as I'll be posting new walkthroughs and tech tips each week. Check back regularly for new content, and have a wonderful day.